In the markets where you compete, the rules you play by, where listings go, who sees them, and what gets allowed are increasingly being shaped by one company that got big enough to influence them. You didn't get a vote on that. And now a state attorney general is asking whether that's gotten too big. This isn't a story about one brokerage's legal headache. It's about whether the playing field you list and sell is still level. Let me show you what regulators are looking at and the question every agent should be asking about their own market. Let's walk through it carefully, because with an open inquiry, the facts matter more than the noise. And getting this right is part of how you sound like the professional in the room. I'm Karrie Hill, lawyer turned realtor and co-founder of Smart Agent Alliance, an eXp Realty sponsor team. We help agents work more effectively and efficiently by bringing together the resources from Smart Agent Alliance, the Wolfpack, and eXp Realty into one organized agent portal. Our agents get access to a personalized link page, marketing templates, an agent attraction funnel, elite training, and the systems they need to build both production and revenue share. And because we're also part of the Wolfpack, our agents have access to weekly masterminds, modern training, and one of the strongest support communities at eXp, all for no cost to our agents. Why this lands on your desk. Let's start with your stake, because that is what this is actually about. When one brokerage in your market gets large enough, it stops just competing with you and starts having the weight to influence the rules everyone competes under. Which listings show up where, what an MLS allows, how inventory moves. A luxury broker put the real story in one line. It's not about listings, it's about leverage. If that leverage tilts towards one company, every other agent, you, is playing on the same field someone else can tilt. Now the news that triggered this video. New York's Attorney General opened an inquiry into Compass's expanded footprint. This news was first reported by The Real Deal and confirmed by Inman and others. What we actually know is narrow. Apparently, staff at the Attorney General's Antitrust Division reached out to top New York brokerage leaders to gather information, and the full scope isn't public. Neither the Attorney General's office nor Compass commented, but investors took it seriously. Compass's stock fell more than 10% that day when that news story broke. One thing I have to be clear about here, as a lawyer, an inquiry is not a lawsuit, and a lawsuit is not a finding of wrongdoing. Everything here is an open question, not a proven fact, and that's exactly how you should repeat it to anyone you're talking to. How Compass got big enough to notice. So why is a regulator even looking at Compass? Because of scale, and the scale matters to you because it's what converts a competitor into a rule maker. Compass completed a roughly $1.6 billion combination with Anywhere Real Estate, becoming the largest U.S. residential brokerage by sales volume, after it earlier bought at Properties Christie's International Real Estate for about $444 million. We've broken those deals down in separate videos, so I'm not going to rerun the numbers here. But what matters is the size that they add up to. And here's the figure that draws regulatory eyes. An April 2026 Consumer Policy Center report examined sales across 5 markets and estimated Compass's unit sales share at roughly 30 to 40%, with dollar volume share even higher. Translate that to your world. When one firm controls a third or more of the transactions in the market, it doesn't have to ask permission to shape how that market works. That's the moment competition starts turning into control, and the moment your access stops being something you can take for granted. Quick thing before we go further. If you find this useful, please subscribe and encourage us to keep doing this kind of breakdown. It's the easiest way also to make sure that the next one, which we do these every week, finds you. the part that should worry you the most. Here's where it stops being abstract and starts touching your listings. You've probably heard about the portal fights. Zillow has sued Compass and the Chicago MLS, alleging they coordinated to pressure Zillow over displaying Compass's private listings, the ones they listed for a while, and then now those sellers now want to put it in the MLS and they want it to be seen by everybody, and Zillow said, no, we're not doing that. Anyway, that thing. Compass and the MLS dispute that, and none of it is proven. Now, the allegation that I have to label clearly as an allegation, Zillow's suit also claims Compass-affiliated brokers sit on the MLS board, which has authority over its rule changes. That is an unproven allegation in active litigation. So I'm not asserting it as fact. I'm just telling you it's part of the public record. But here's why it matters to you, even as an open question. In a concentrated market, the same company can potentially influence both who carries listings and who doesn't. When that happens, your seller's listings and your access to inventory can become a bargaining chip in a fight you're not even a party to. That's the risk regulators are circling, and it's the one that hits your business directly. What to actually do about it? Okay, this has nothing to do about whether you like Compass or not. Plenty of great agents work at Compass, and this isn't about rooting for a side. It's about protecting your own field. 3 things. First, know your own market's concentration. Who actually controls the inventory where you list and sell? And what would happen to your access if one player keeps consolidating? Second, don't build your whole business on a pipeline a dominant competitor could influence. The more your visibility depends on systems one big player can shape, the more exposed you are. Third, be calm. Be a professional on this. Label allegations as allegations, and you'll win the trust while others spread noise. And because antitrust and MLS rules vary by state and market, and this inquiry is still moving, confirm what's actually true where you operate before you repeat any of it to a client. Also, take a look at the news, because these videos take a little time to get out, like a couple of days, and something could have changed. And if you're considering taking a look at another beast in the growing brokerage wars, one where you get paid better, check out the full EXP structure in our 18-minute inside look. It's the fastest, clearest breakdown of EXP you'll find anywhere. The link is in the description. And if you want to strategize about what your business would look like at EXP, we're happy to talk to you. Contact information is in the description too. If you want to see how this same company got big enough to raise these questions in the first place, watch our breakdown of Compass buying anywhere. It should be on the screen right now. And for the portal side of the same fight, watch our video on the Compass and Zillow lawsuit. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.